Okay.
Wait. Now do it.
All right, Roland Griffith.
This fish display is also nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, you got a nice little setup here.
Yep, got myself a Roku. I put down the money and invested in a Roku device.
What's your monthly payment on that?
Oh, it's astronomical. I don't have health insurance.
I'm up to my eyeballs in Roku payments.
I lost my family because I
Costco
got
hot
addicted
dogs.
to Roku. Yeah.
And you're turning into Jim Bridger over here. That's
Well,
a cool move.
No. This is Brian Johnson.
Yeah. I'm not you ever watch Liver King's videos?
No.
He always has fur on.
Oh.
You
Yeah,
know?
I don't know much about Liver King besides he's like purple
Oh, well,
and swollen.
Yeah. I'm not Liver King, I'm in the watermelon shirt, and
Yeah.
I'm not the Liver King. I'm
Right.
the king of
The
something
liver
else.
prince.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was
The
going
liver
for.
jester.
Yes.
Yeah.
What were we saying yesterday?
Liver slave.
You're the yeah. I'm a slave to I'm a slave to my liver.
Yeah, the Liver King should be an alcoholic. He should be the guy who just fucking pounds the most booze.
He's on Adderall, I think, and I think it's melted his mind.
Oh, really?
I think because he just doesn't sleep and just does it, and I think it's just kind of
It is
him.
very tempting to just take Adderall and not sleep.
Sure. And
Dude.
then after 5 days, just go. You know what I got to do? Go kill Joe Rogan.
I gotta murder Joe Rogan. I gotta
murdered.
dethrone the podcast. I gotta take his place.
Because he wouldn't let me on his.
That would be so. If you kill Joe Rogan, you should get to just take his podcast and not go to prison.
Yeah.
You can make Jamie wear like a gimp suit and be on camera.
Yeah, it's like Highlander.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, Jamie, look this up.
Did you see Liver King's video where he had a box and it was like painted black? It's like a nice box and it says the Joe Rogan Experience on it. It has his Joe's logo. And then he's like, you're probably wondering I got a present for Joe Rogan. And then he turns the camera real quick and back to him. But if you slow it down and freeze frame when he's on it, it's stacks of cash and a gun.
cool.
He was going to kill
In the
Joe,
box?
dude.
Well, what's the cash for?
So that
To bribe him to,
throw
let him
it over
kill
his
him?
body?
I think the money was because he was planning on, after he killed Joe, he was going to go kill Derek for more plates, more dates.
It was just petty
You think
cash.
maybe he's just going to go run away
Yeah.
with the cash?
Maybe, but yeah, I think he definitely was going to do something. I don't think he was just going to. He was going to Mothership though. He was at the Four Seasons, which isn't far. Like he planned this out.
Not well.
Not well enough. Well, the only problem was that he kept on doing videos.
Posting
He kept
about
posting
killing
videos
Joe Rogan.
about how he was going to go do it.
Oh God.
If he had just not done that,
I'm
just-
on my way to murder Joe Rogan.
Yeah. I would like to see them
Well,
fight.
that's extra stupid because now imagine he pulls it off.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, no, we have evidence of
got
you.
Joe's head.
We
He's
have
like-
you filming yourself killing Joe Rogan. You're going to prison, Liver.
Yeah. I think what
was a good
happened
it
is
was a
probably
good
what he
idea.
wanted. I think it was just a big cry for help.
Now, if you have money, can you eat whatever you want in prison? Like, if you have money, can you
an
be like, hey,
excellent
I want to bring me some Blue Apron.
Maybe if you go to a nice prison.
Blue Apron.
Yeah, a little Blue Apron.
That's what I'm starving. I want Blue Apron.
I'm getting Blue Apron delivered to my prison cell. Cooking it on my toilet.
Black man's completely naked, wearing just a blue apron. And he walks in.
That should be their mascot.
There's a cutout on his cock. His cock is poked through. You ordered some Blue Apron, I heard. That sounds like that's RJ's That's RJ's biggest fantasy. That's all he dreams about.
That's all I dream about is a blue apron with
Yeah.
a big cock behind it.
Yeah.
Swell in a cell.
So yeah, I mean, it's a shame he didn't get to live out his dream and go on the Joe Rogan Experience.
Right.
Because what was the movie that you were comparing it to?
Oh yeah, there's this Scorsese movie from the 70s or from 1980. Not as well known as Taxi Driver, but also starring De Niro. He's a stand-up comic. It's called The King of Comedy.
Yeah.
And there's like a Johnny Carson type played by Jerry Lewis, and he like ties him up, holds him hostage, and gets on the show.
Yeah, Remy Rifkin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remy Rifkin.
Yeah.
This is
You
what
know
he-
the movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
hell
great
yeah.
movie.
It's a very good
Yeah.
movie.
Who's
and,
the-
and it's
it's
like
really
the plot
good.
of that.
Who's the babe in that? Is that Lorraine Bracco? Or am I thinking of Goodfellas?
Well, his like partner in crime is that weird, ugly chick. That's
isn't she a babe?
no, she's weird.
But
And it's
yeah,
not
that was,
Lorraine Bracco.
that was
Is
his
it
plan. He
Marissa?
was
It's
gonna,
Marissa Tomei, I think.
No.
He was
It's like an ugly chick.
he was going to do that. He was going to.
Yeah, that was his
he,
plan.
He was going to be like, let's do a podcast right now.
And in the
what
movie-
that's what I think he was
Which
going to do.
that would have been awesome if he did. If he could have pulled that off, that would have
Yeah.
been the
Yeah.
coolest shit ever.
Well, and it's crazy because the end
If
of that
it- if it
movie
was
is he
live and
gets
he blew
away
his
with
brains
it.
out.
Spoiler alert.
Well, no,
And-
he
Well,
goes
he
to
goes
prison,
to jail
yeah.
and then he gets out of jail and he gets his own show. So
Yeah.
he like in the long run he does get away with it, which is probably kind of what will happen with Liver King.
Yeah, you're right. She busted.
Yeah, he's already out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
already out, and now he's posting about Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
he just wants to take out all the Rogans.
Yeah.
He has a family vendetta.
Well, no, because his court, his arraignment, they probably said, "Hey, you can't say that you're going to kill Joe Rogan," and
Yeah.
he's like, "Okay, I'm going to kill Seth Rogen."
No relation to Joe.
Yeah, and then he'll be like, and Joe, maybe I'll find Joe. Maybe I'll find a Joe. Dude,
I'm gonna go
it's-
kill some average Joe.
Yeah, dude.
Did he like get
nuts.
divorced or like
No,
lose his
she
family?
not only is she standing by him, but she is like on his like.
Yeah.
She's like, no, he should
we
have killed
we
him.
watched
Yeah.
the Netflix doc
Now they
last
never
night.
say kill. Well, he does say he doesn't. He says I'm going to kill you, and he said, but he
Oh,
doesn't
it's
say
to
Joe
fight
Rogan.
him.
But he says he keeps saying he wants to fight him. But he does say in one of his videos, "You're dead. I'm going to kill you." But he doesn't say Joe before or after that. But we all know who he's talking about because he won't stop talking about Joe.
Right.
And he's been talking about him for months. That's the other thing is he's been talking about him for months, and he just keeps on doing videos where he just keeps on going like, "Just have me on your podcast, Joe." And then in the last week, he's really snapped. He's like, "I'm gonna go kill him. He won't have me on." So I DM'd him and I said, "I'm no Seth Rogen, but if you want to come on our podcast, you're more than welcome.
We'd love to have you.
We would
Yeah.
love to have you, man."
So what's this? Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about Liver King. What's his deal? Is he just like a
So he eats
like a fitness influencer?
yeah, he eats organ meats. That's his big thing. Is he'll eat liver. He'll eat.
Well, the big thing was that he made it sound like that was how he got big.
Yeah.
Was by
Well-
eating organ meats.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, well,
but
he never
really-
had to say it. He never said that that's how he got big, but he never had to say it because he was just like so big and like cartoonishly jacked.
Yes.
And then he's like, "This is all I eat."
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, but
I don't
then he
do
went
anything
on,
else.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you got to eat big to get big.
But then he went on
Yeah.
podcasts. Like he went on Logan Paul's podcast and told them he wasn't on roids.
That was when he
Yeah.
started lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like obvious.
Well, the
and
best
then
part-
Logan Paul in the documentary, he's like, and then I found out he wasn't on roids. I can't believe he
was.
lied to me.
He was. Yeah.
Or that he was. Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't believe he lied
Well,
to me
the
about
best
that.
part too on that is that he wasn't just on roids. He was on like $10,000 a month worth
Yeah.
of steroids. He was
Yeah.
on like the most steroids you could
Yeah.
humanly possibly take.
He has, like
That's
he has a belly
Yeah.
button muscle.
yes.
Yeah.
That like sticks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Dude,
gets
his
crazy.
belly
What's the max
It's hard.
amount?
It's gross.
Yeah.
So just to be clear,
His wife loves it.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet.
So he
Yeah.
probably like if he fought Joe Rogan, he probably would kill him.
He would.
No.
No. I think because
Joe's,
No?
Joe's a fighter.
Joe's
Yeah,
a jujitsu
yeah,
guy.
but
Yeah.
I mean, but he's also like 5'2".
yeah.
How big's the Liver King? Like 6'3"?
No.
yeah, but he's
No,
all
he's
muscle
shorter.
bound, and
He's
Joe would
shorter
just
than
kick
Rogan.
him in the
Really?
face.
Yeah.
He's shorter than Rogan.
That's what he said. That's
Dude,
what
that
he
would
kept
be
saying in his
such a
videos.
sweet
Yeah, I don't think he's very big.
Yeah.
I think he's like 5'6". I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
we should have him on. We should have him on midget wrestling.
Well, they should be on. Yeah. They should do midget UFC.
Yeah, midget UFC.
Yeah,
With-
that's the headline. That's the title card, dude.
Liver King versus
Main
Joe
event.
Rogan.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you guys see the AI video of Tiny Rogan? And
Oh,
there's one where
yeah,
Alex
yeah.
Jones is like eating him.
That's funny.
That's cute.
That's great. If they came out, can you imagine Liver King just fucking, just you
Yeah.
know, it's just total, it's just black, and then the light comes on him, and then you just hear his entrance song, which is Joe Rogan podcast, yeah. All day.
All night.
Boom.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night.
You don't just listen to the Joe Rogan podcast while you train?
Yeah. Yeah, what are you doing? Why not just have it? You don't have speakers?
That's the most normal time to listen to podcasts, is when you're training or like doing work.
Yeah.
Dude, it would be really funny for his entrance to just be like him talking to Derek about like that's the entrance song.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be so fun to watch. And then he goes out there and what do you mean you're fighting for your family? Because he keeps saying I'm fighting for my family. I have something to fight for. He's schizophrenic.
Yeah, and his kids are like, okay, Dad, whatever.
Yeah,
His kids need to like be taken away probably.
the best video was him crawling on all fours and being like, Joe Rogan, and then picking up the camera, and then he's like, yeah, we're gonna fight, and nobody you do this comedy, it's good and true, and then he looks over and he sees his kids and he goes, we're going, and he pans over, his kids are packed up with fucking bags rolling to the car, and then he goes say one more thing. What was the last thing? And they go, oh, we're gonna go beat up Joe Rogan.
Could you imagine those kids talking to their friends and they're like, "Hey, where are you going?" "Oh, my dad's going to beat up Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
So we're going to we're doing a little family trip."
They're like, my dad.
How old are his
he thinks
kids?
He's gonna.
One is 14 and the other is 19 or 18.
Yeah, they're teenagers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, they're just starting to get to the age where they don't buy into
Eating organ meats.
dead bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean they like eat there's videos where like he'll shoot a fucking animal and then eat the testicles raw with his kids and hand the kids the testicles and they eat it. And that's what he planned on doing to Joe Rogan. He was going to kill Joe Rogan and then cut his nuts off,
feed him to his
and hand it
kids.
to his kids. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Here's Joe
And then he was
Rogan's
gonna.
testes.
He planned on fucking Joe's dead body.
Probably. Well, yeah.
I know that for a fact. I heard that from Austin Police Department.
I mean, what else would you do?
Yeah,
You gonna
that's
skin
not
it?
rumor. That's
Wear his skin like a coat?
He probably would have, dude. He probably
Wear his
wants
skin
to.
and do the Joe Rogan podcast.
I would cut off one of Joe's legs and carry it like a club
Yeah,
and like beat
like a
people,
rabbit.
like hit people.
No,
with it.
he would tie it like it's a rabbit's foot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe the ear.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe the ear I'd wear on like a
I would
garland.
scalp his head and wear it over my head as a bald cap.
Yeah, nice.
As a bald cap.
As a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be
be
cool.
sick.
It'd be awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you know, a lot of people want to do harm to Joe Rogan.
It's true.
That's it's not uncommon. I'm
Yeah,
not
but-
saying
yeah.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, but this is the first time
On camera.
close, kind of close.
And
Sorta.
this was crazy. I looked it up. He got charged with one of the charges was making a terroristic threat, which is a Class B misdemeanor. That's it. That's a slap on the wrist. Making a terroristic threat.
Well, yeah.
You get I mean, he has an ankle bracelet now, so that's pretty serious. But
Yeah, and he's got a 9 o'clock curfew.
yeah, yeah.
And no TV either.
Where does he live?
He lives in Texas. I forget where. I think it's
Arlington.
I think it's north of Houston. But yeah, now he's just staying in Austin, just at the Four Seasons, just waiting.
He's signing up
waiting
for
for
open
Seth
mics.
Rogen.
Yeah, dude, that'd be so funny,
He's hitting the open mic circuit in Austin.
dude.
Yeah.
you
That
know
would
what'd be-
actually be really funny if he was just going to open mics to be like, "Yeah, I'm here to kill Joe Rogan."
That would be really funny. What if you know what someone should do is go to Mothership and sign up for the open mic as Liver King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should just
Yeah.
write Liver King in and just see what happens, dude.
Yeah.
The chaos that would ensue from that.
Probably nothing. They'd probably just be like, "Come on."
They would probably,
If that.
you don't think they'd put him on the list?
You just write-
they'd call the police and have him escorted.
Yeah.
I mean,
away.
you just like you just walk up to a guy.
Yeah. Oh,
And
if
that
it was
they, like,
him dressed like that and he wrote Liver King.
They check your ID, I think, and then
Yeah.
if you just write Liver King, they would just be like, Okay, and then they probably
I
just
bet
wouldn't
that's
put you
what
up.
somebody's doing
It's
right
probably
now
been
or
done,
whatever
yeah.
day next week on Tuesday or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
You'll
gonna start
have
signing up
4 of
as
those.
Dennis McManus.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Now, there's a guy who doesn't like Rogan.
Does he
Oh
not?
yeah, no.
No,
He's the spitting image.
he's like I think he's a communist.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
That's what it seems like.
He's commie mumbo
he's a
jumbo.
sweet boy.
Oh yeah, he's great. I
Yeah.
love him.
I love that he collects unemployment so that he can go protest every day of the week. I think that's cool, man.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. He's the true paid protester everyone complains about.
He probably is. Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably is
Somehow,
making
He
good
literally
money.
is. He's on unemployment, and then he goes to every protest.
Yeah.
He has protested everything that they have been at. Whatever that Washington Park.
Washington Square
Washington Square
in
is that the
Salt
one?
Lake.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Where
goes
we
to
were.
every time there's a Washington Square protest.
Doesn't
he's,
matter.
He's there. Yeah.
And he's always
there.
eating Carl's Jr. the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
What even are people protesting? I saw protests.
Text him. See what the next one is.
I don't have his, actually, I think I might have his number.
Dude, I love Dennis as a person. The protesting, I just think, is so gay.
The
Yeah.
protest. Well, like I drove past one of
ice?
them like last week, like the night that one guy got shot at
Ice.
one of them.
Yeah.
They're just protesting ICE.
Yeah. They're protesting ICE deporting illegal immigrants.
No, they're protesting ice in their drinks. They hate it.
Yeah.
They're really
Well,
upset.
The summer's about being hot.
yeah, like God damn it! I don't want to be cold.
We
That's
did a
fucking.
we did a podcast with Joe Elgin at the protest.
I saw.
And there's someone walking in the background with a cooler that says "fuck ice" on it.
Nice.
And I was like, "That's cool, dude.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
That's cool, bro."
Selling cold drinks.
Yeah.
No, I drove past like as one was like ending, and I just saw the people like walking away from it with their signs, and I was like, this is just like a recreation.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is like
Yeah, they're all
fucking
on
play a sport.
They're all on unemployment though. They just hang out.
Even if
they're
they're
taking the bus
even
to
if
protest.
even if they're not, it's like they get together with their friends and like hang out by protesting.
Yeah.
It's like an activity.
Uh-huh.
There's no passion to it.
Let you tell it.
Fucking
they
play
love it.
Fucking play a sport.
They
That's
were
my-
scary. If you watch the end of that video, they were scary.
Oh, yeah,
like
it's-
walking through them and not being one of them was terrifying.
Really?
Oh yeah.
It was terrifying.
Watch the end
I
of
want
that
to see the end of this
podcast.
because you guys both
Antifa.
just said this.
Well, you
Yeah.
can see Antifa in it.
I remember when I was in Portland when the Proud Boys and Antifa were battling it out for my cousin's wedding, and it was very terrifying. There was like SWAT teams running around like
Yeah.
on their cars and all sorts of shit.
In 2020.
yeah, it would have been like
Yeah, well,
around
that's-
COVID.
Yeah, but
well, I
that's
went to
fucking
that-
hell.
I went to that big 2021 where they flipped the cop car and lit it
Yeah.
on fire.
And the guy at the
There
bow and
is-
arrow guy.
There is something about a helicopter hovering overhead that just really fucking like
Yeah.
puts you on edge.
Yeah.
You're like, shit,
This
I could
shit's
die
real.
in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you there like you just wanted to see? Because I
Basically.
got caught in that one by accident. I was on the
You got
way to the
arrested?
fucking. I was on my way to Foot Locker. No. I was just driving somewhere and I didn't.
You were on your way to Foot
Yeah,
Locker?
I didn't know like that it was going on right then.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because they don't block out. It's not like the gay pride parade. They
Well,
don't
yeah,
block
no,
the
that-
streets
that
off
was-
or
see,
anything.
that was a fucking protest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People, well, I mean, in Salt Lake, people saw what was going on in Portland, Oregon, and they were like, "We can be a city too."
Exactly. Yeah.
But
Yeah, we can burn down Sephora too.
But people weren't there. People weren't there to hang out with their friends. People were like arriving independently, and they were doing what you're supposed to do, like wearing a mask, not for COVID reasons, but for like so that the police don't identify you in any videos after the fact.
Yeah.
People were like in disguise at those protests.
Right.
If you had just waited at that Foot Locker for another half hour, everything would have been free.
Well, I was on my way there. it was like getting caught in traffic. It was scary. A bunch of angry white, like 20-year-olds. And
Yeah.
they were in their trucks that their dad bought them, and they were mad.
Yeah, and a lot
they
of
wanted
them-
to hurt somebody.
A lot of them were just looking to.
Yeah. They were
looking
just
to
like
act
they were,
up.
they're just dudes full of testosterone, and they wanted to fuck some shit up.
Which I can vibe with that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I understand
If you're
that.
like, hey, it's gonna get a little lawless, I might want to flip a car and light it on fire just for like the
Right.
raw savagery of it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Is that cool?
I mean, you know, you're fucking someone over immensely.
Yeah.
But I can vibe with like the spirit of
Yeah.
like of like, I want to do wanton violence with no consequences, and here's an opportunity to do so.
It's like how we play hockey.
I wouldn't shoot someone with a bow and arrow, for example.
Then start with your own car.
No.
And then you can blame the crowd, and you can be like, well...
No, see, this is why you flip a cop car, is because your tax dollars pay for it. Yeah, it is your car.
That is your car.
That is your car.
That is your car to flip. That's a good point.
That is your car.
That is your car to flip.
That's why you flip a cop car.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gonna flip any car, that's the car to flip.
That's why you set an Israeli on fire. You have a third of my money for the last 20 years.
Yeah, that's how.
You're my property.
That's the take. They're the slaves.
Yeah.
Hey, I worked hard for you to bomb.
Yeah, for you to hide in another country for being a pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You know? Why not?
Why not?
How many?
I think a lot of people, that is kind of their, like, why not? I'm just gonna. All my friends are going to this protest. They're gonna kill a policeman.
That would be cool.
I'm not gonna not go.
I'm not gonna not slit a cop's throat in the street.
We were listening to this interview where this lady was saying that the Minnesota Twins named their park George Floyd Memorial Park for a couple of years. Like
Is that
2
real?
or 3 years, yeah.
Yeah, after 2020.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Weird Floyd.
No.
did-
That's so
No, they
good.
really did.
Did they really?
Until they had it named that until the body cam footage in the autopsy were released.
What?
You know.
When everyone found out.
Yeah,
Oopsie.
and then they quietly changed the name to something else.
Yeah.
No, there was no
Really?
post for that.
Yeah,
one.
they quietly changed it to something else. What, Snickers Park or whatever the fuck. Like,
Yeah, cryptos.com stadium.
Butterfinger.
yeah. Oh, thank God they removed that heinous name
Yeah.
and replaced it with fucking,
Hershey's
Wawa.
Center.
yeah.
That would be badass, though, if you got to go to the George Floyd Memorial Park when it was running, get some merch from there. Wouldn't that be, like, sweet? Get a T-shirt that says George Floyd Memorial Park.
I would wear it every day.
I don't
I'd never
remember.
do
I
that.
think it was in the Philadelphia or Pittsburgh airport. I found a bottle of hot sauce that was George and Floyd's hot sauce. Two big smiling black guys on the label. I was like, that's great.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
This is so spicy, you won't be able to breathe.
For the But when I first looked at it, I thought it said George Floyd's hot sauce, and I was
Yeah.
like, "That's distasteful." And then I saw it was George and Floyd's.
But
I was
boys
like,
are
"That's-
delicious.
That's just funny."
Yeah.
You go, that's distasteful. How much is it? Oh,
$7. I should have bought it.
Yeah.
You have to pay for it with a fake 20,
Yeah.
or else they won't give you any.
Yeah.
You have to put a gun to the clerk's stomach if they're pregnant in order to purchase the product.
Well, George Floyd lore for you.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this even on like a previous pod that I was on, but it's very funny that they only have like that one photo of George Floyd.
Yeah. Where he is.
It's just the most like boomer's Facebook selfie ass photo.
Yeah.
Just a terrible angle. It's like a fisheye held right here.
Someone should make something out of that. Remember the Andre the Giant Obey thing? Somebody should make something out of the George Floyd photo like that.
Obey.
Some street art.
Yeah.
Obey is good.
Obey's not bad.
Obey's not bad.
He should be the new face of Obey.
You had to tell me that was Andre the Giant though. I never would have guessed looking at
Oh, yeah.
it. Yeah.
Shepard Fairey. He's the guy that did the Obama poster that's very famous with the two colors, you know?
Yeah.
Hope and Change. Shepard Fairey. Mozilla logo. He was very famous
Oh, and
artist.
I'm gonna write this down. Actually, I'm all about designers.
He's a very good designer, but he's a cuck.
Someone
Damn.
took his design for, I think it was for the Hope and Change, and replaced it with Bill Clinton, and instead of hope, it says rape.
Nice and change.
Rape and change.
Rape and Medicaid for all.
change, baby.
I think it was actually Alex Jones that originally made that shirt. It's very funny, though.
That rocks.
That's badass.
And that was like during 2016 when he was paying people to go to every Bill Clinton rally and just yell out that he's a rapist.
Yeah.
And have you ever seen that great clip that they got where there's a clip where he's going, nobody can dispute the fact that, and then just from the banister, you just hear, that you're a rapist!
Nice.
And he goes, oh, yeah? That's all you got is oh yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what are you warm?
Yeah, and a little itchy because we just got these
Yeah,
fresh
dude. How
cuts.
do old ladies wear those? They're so
don't know,
itchy
man.
and smelly.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Is that one monogrammed?
I think
Oh
so.
yeah, dude. That
Yeah.
belongs
You wanna wear it?
to Gertrude Eccles.
What is this?
You want to wear it? You want to buy it? You want to buy it? You want to flip these on
I
onto?
have one.
You've
eBay?
had these for a minute, I'm guessing.
I haven't even listed
I
them.
don't know, like
I just
a
got
couple
them
weeks.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
they
waiting
got a
for the
label.
Liver King to blow up.
Have you looked into it?
Yeah, I couldn't find that company.
Leibenstein.
Yeah, I
The
know.
Furrier.
Of course.
Yeah.
The Furrier.
It's a Jewish.
I don't know. It's
I'll
This is a
bet.
Jewish thing?
It's
Well,
a,
the
no,
label
it's
says,
the company that
Leiberstein.
it's like a New York Jewish fur company.
No, what is
Yeah.
this?
Well, it's San Francisco.
Oh, I
Jew
don't
hair.
know. Oh, San Francisco.
Yeah, it says San Francisco.
I don't know
label
what
it.
the animals are.
What do you? No, I mean, what do you do with this?
You
What
wear
is this
it.
supposed to
That's
be?
a.
This
what
is
do
a
you call it?
stole.
Yeah, stole.
This is a stole.
It goes around your shoulders. It's for someone's waist. It's
Oh,
for someone a
the-
lot smaller than us.
I understand.
yeah, it's for an old rich lady to walk around
It's
in.
like a kind of drape it, like so.
Yeah.
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 And that one would go from shoulder to shoulder. It would
Yeah,
be
it goes
for someone
around the
smaller.
shoulders,
Yeah.
right?
Women's fashion is fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, right now,
No, like actually,
the trend in vintage men's clothes though is
big pants,
ghost pockets. Yeah,
fake
yeah.
pockets.
Ghost pockets. No, like a shirt that used to have a pocket here,
And
and,
it's-
then it's cut off, and it's a different like fade than the rest of the shirt. That's like in.
Weird.
I know,
I haven't
right?
seen that anywhere.
Yeah,
Like
It's
you just
a
rip
weird-
the pocket off or you
Yeah, they'll
replace
just cut,
it?
yeah, you just cut it off.
Oh.
But then it's like the shirt is like a
that little
vintage
square
shirt.
is newer.
Yeah.
It looks newer. That's crazy.
It's so weird, man.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yep.
Huh.
And then the Jinkos are back, dude.
Yep.
Jinkos are
Yeah.
full
yeah.
fledged. Your kids are into it,
My
huh?
kid loves it.
Yeah.
Big pants are fucking
All my
stupid.
kids love it. Oh yeah, they look a little retarded.
They look fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really dumb to me.
I think Connor O'Malley had like a
He's wearing
throwaway
sweatpants.
line that was like, "Did you know that if you're like a hot kid, if you're like a hot Gen Z young kid, the cool thing to do is to dress like a fat kid from a '90s movie."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what they're all doing.
That's what they do.
They're all wearing baggy, fucking big ass pants,
Yeah, my kids look like they could be on
straight
Mighty
fit
Ducks.
till the day I fucking die.
I was such a hot kid.
What is it? What would you say?
Straight fit,
Yeah.
yeah, regular,
501s.
original,
501.
original fit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just wearing sweatpants.
sweatpants are
And a
good.
fucking-
Cool.
Yeah.
Or as you call them, pants.
Yep. These are pants.
I was wearing sweatpants yesterday, and they were like, "You want to go to the store or somewhere?" And I was like, "Okay, let me put my pants on." And they were like, "You're already wearing pants." We had to have like an argument about it.
I was like, bro, it's fucking shorts. It's
Shorts.
shorts, but these are like Christian woman's shorts, you know. And then it's like Y2K, Union Bay
Jorts.
jorts. Yeah, jorts are in that. And then it's clam diggers.
Yeah, capris are somewhere in there.
Yeah, capris are just down
Yeah,
a little further,
that's
and then
right.
it's
What about
full-fledged.
beat diggers? Where does that fall?
Beat diggers?
Beat diggers.
What's in West Jordan?
Oh yeah,
right?
right.
Or West? Where is it?
South
What-
Jordan.
South Jordan.
Yeah, South Jordan.
Beat diggers.
Jordan area.
Jordan, Utah.
Yeah. Hey, just call it Jordan.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's true. It is Jordan.
Yeah, just call it Michael B. Jordan. Yep. So, anyways,
Anyways,
yeah. What else is new?
but
What's
me,
new with you guys?
Yeah, anything.
They got a new mayor, and they got a new primary for Democrats. That's not a Jew, supported by Jews.
Dude, he's the worst person in my mind when it comes to everything except for that. And if he was here, I would vote for him.
Zoran.
Just because of that.
Dude,
just
isn't
because
it
of that
wild?
one thing.
Yeah, that one clip.
Like a
probably
single
got
issue.
him that one clip.
Yeah.
Talking
Where-
about Zoran.
yeah, where the clip
Zoran the Conqueror.
where they ask him they ask all the people running for mayor, what's the first foreign place you would go, and they all go, I would go to the Holy Land. I would
Yeah.
go, and then he's like, I would be here. I would stay here because this is where I'm running to be the mayor. That's it, dude. That's all it takes.
What a
That's all it
perfect
took.
answer.
Yeah.
No,
What a
literally.
perfect
That's
common sense answer.
Yeah.
No,
That's what
literally, that
everyone
won him.
wants to.
That won him the whole thing.
Yeah.
That one answer.
That's what everyone wants to hear
Where's
right
he
now.
running?
New York.
New York,
Oh,
yeah.
it's
Mayor of
part-
New- he's a communist
didn't
or
he law-
socialist.
Oh,
Huh?
he's the guy that just won?
He just won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's his name again?
Zoran.
Well, he didn't win the thing. He just won the Democratic
Nominee.
nominee.
And he's going to lose to Eric Adams probably. If I had to
What's
guess.
his last name?
But he's moving the Overton window as Asmund
The
Gold said.
Almighty.
Yeah, is Eric Adams
Zoran the Almighty, I
APAC
believe is his
Yeah.
name.
Right, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric Adams is running as independent. But yeah,
Oh, so he's not an APAC guy? Or he does take APAC money?
oh yeah, they all do. What do you mean?
Well, that's what I thought.
The
Oh,
only, yeah,
why isn't he a Democrat then?
America's willing to vote in literal terrorists if they don't support Israel at this point. You understand that? Like,
yeah.
we're literally at that point where like
That's
if,
your other
if
choice.
Osama bin Laden ran for public office, he would win right now.
He really would.
That's how sick of their shit we are.
Well, that's how deep their tentacles are into our system. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, you don't want us? Well, there's some terrorists you can vote for.
and America right now is going, sure.
Yeah,
I'll take
it. Yeah, I would
I
too.
don't care.
Are they Al Qaeda and ISIS? Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll have both.
Yeah.
Couldn't give a fuck
Thank
less, dude.
Thank you. They helped with 9/11. Awesome. I'm in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people have turned into
cares?
one-issue voters on that.
Yeah.
Everyone has.
Well, because
Yeah.
everyone's done. Everyone's so sick of it.
Yeah,
We're done.
everyone got red-pilled on the Israel thing.
Fuck yeah.
It happened so fast,
Did,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It was just
Well, I believe it happened when the Israel-Palestine thing flared up again, like the most recent time
Yeah,
that like it had been quiet for a while, then it flared up.
yeah,
And then white women found out about it,
yeah.
and they chose their side, and
Yeah.
that was the end.
Yeah, that kind
Yeah.
of was
That was
the
it.
white women. Yeah.
yeah. Once white women found out about the USS Liberty, it was curtains.
I don't think any of them even know about
I
the
don't think
USS
they've gotten
Liberty.
that far.
I think they're just like, I want. It's bad to be mean to Palestinians.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
don't kill the Browns. That's all they care about.
Brown people.
Don't do that.
Look at the little girl in her little shawl and her big sad eyes. That's whose side I'm on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the point where we're back on Israel's side because we went to Pride and all the white women there were like, what you're saying.
Yeah.
And we changed our minds.
Yeah, I
'cause
was
of
like,
that.
you know what, man? We got this all backwards,
Yeah.
bud. Every homosexual loves Palestine,
Yeah.
and they hate Israel.
Yeah.
They might be the best.
Put a bad taste in my mouth.
Here's my take. I don't give a fuck about brown people fucking 50,000 miles away.
Nice.
Or
I
white
don't-
people,
I don't-
50,000 miles away.
Yeah,
Well,
or
no,
white people.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't,
come on.
Or,
white
well,
people.
you know, I don't consider Jews white people. I mean,
Well, they don't consider themselves.
they
so.
better not.
I
But no, I don't
yeah.
give a shit about fucking anything happening in the Middle East. But
Right.
I know my tax dollars go to Israel, and I don't like that.
That's the only
my
reason
take.
I
Yeah,
care.
that's pretty much it.
Because I work
That's
hard
pretty
every
much-
day. Well, I don't work that hard,
Yeah,
but I work every day.
I collect unemployment every week, and this is where it goes.
Is this where the other half is going?
You could be getting more
I'm
unemployment.
actually, you know what? I'm actually a hero. I'm siphoning that money away from Israel.
That's true.
That's
We should
going
all
into
be-
an American's
Yeah.
pocket. We should all quit our jobs.
Right, you're a
should.
patriot.
Yeah, that's right.
You're Mel Gibson in The Patriot.
I'm Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon. Dude.
I heard a good take that was like, if we took all that money that was going to Israel and we just instead did like a lottery and one person who's like a military member won it, I guarantee you every American would support that over the Israel.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
Like no, like not even remotely a chance. And it's just a waste, but it's still like, we
Yeah.
would definitely support that over this.
Yeah.
I would support you literally burning the money at this point.
Yeah.
to just stop inflation. Just burn the money. I don't
Dude.
give a fuck.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Set the yeah, you know where I'm going.
Have Trump in Joker makeup.
That would be really good.
It's not about the money.
Yeah, and then he's just building a huge crematorium, and they're like, "What are you building this for?" And he goes, "All the money we're gonna send to Israel, we're just gonna burn it instead." Yeah. even with modern technology, you can't burn that much money.
That's a lot of money to
That's what we're
burn.
saying. They only burned $271,000.
I heard it was $6 million.
Well, yeah, I guess if it's the amount, if it's the percentage of the amount, then it would be like, we only burned $271 trillion.
Yeah, look, the shadows from the smokestacks. If you do the math, it doesn't add up.
Yeah.
That's not enough smoke coming out of those smokestacks to add up to $6 million.
I think there's some Jews working in there siphoning off some of it.
That sounds like Jew math to me.
Now, is the Iran war, is that going to happen, or is that
Nah.
done?
Yeah.
Are they done with that?
Seems like it's over.
For now.
Because they
We need a false
retaliated.
flag. We need a false flag.
Yeah, they set us up for one right now.
They got a good setup right now.
And they're all out there putting that out.
There's a lot of Iran sleeper cells. Beware of the sleeper
Yeah,
cells.
that's what Mark Levin
Watch
keeps
out
saying.
for the sleeper cells.
What's
All these fucking fags.
what's the Iranian sleeper cell activation phrase?
Yeah.
We should try it. I'm trying to figure it out.
I don't know.
Of course, a woman is worth more than a goat. That's good stuff.
Yeah, homosexuality isn't that bad. That's,
Yeah. No, Arash is funny.
Yeah, it's funny. That's true.
Shouts out Arash.
He's Iranian?
Yeah, do you
Yeah.
think he's a sleeper cell? Arash, are you a sleeper cell?
Probably.
Maybe.
what do you think? Do you think sleeper cells are like Manchurian candidates?
That's why he came back from Austin.
They're not Manchurian candidates. They're just
Is that not what
they-
a sleeper cell is?
They
No,
know
they're-
that they're going to
yeah.
do something. They're just waiting for the call.
actively prepared. They're just waiting for. Yeah, they're waiting for a call, but it's.
See, I thought,
yeah.
I thought that's why they were called sleeper cells. It's because it's like they're asleep until they wake up.
No, that's only what we do to our own citizens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleeper cell is more like we're asleep to the fact that they're within our country waiting.
Gotcha.
And they're asleep in the sense of they're not active until...
Yeah.
Like they
woken.
become part of the community and they
Yeah, they
scope
got no
out
orders.
they're
They're not
playing
doing intel.
pickleball. They're
Yeah.
everybody's friend. They're nice.
Yeah.
You know, and then
when
they get that call.
when they get home, they have the red lines with synagogues,
yeah.
which we have set up over right there.
yeah.
That would actually be really awesome to have like in your living room. It's just like like a map with a bunch of lines
Yeah.
and string.
Every
That would be
synagogue
It's like, what is
in,
this?
in
You're
a
like,
10-mile
don't fucking-
radius.
don't-
Don't ask.
Don't
Just
even,
still something I'm working on.
don't even
project.
worry about
Yeah,
it.
just a little project I got.
Yeah.
Got to
Oh,
run to
you're not in a
Joanne's
sleeper
tomorrow.
cell? Sure, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Little ASMR project I got going on.
Yeah, we're working on something. And then all the red dots are all connected to Austin, Texas, and the Mothership Comedy Club.
Maybe that's
then
what the Liver King was.
And then it just. Well, that was one of the things Alex Jones posted a video where he was saying that fucking Liver King was, it's a testament to what's going on in this country with the Iranian sleeper cells. And I was like, what the fuck is he talking about, dude? What the fuck? You're just as nuts as Liver King.
Yeah, anybody that says the Iranian sleeper cells, immediate no.
In my mind, I do believe that there probably are people from Iran that are in America that wish to do terrorism, but there's probably so few and they're so uncoordinated it wouldn't happen, and it's way more likely that someone would be doing it and claim it's on their behalf.
Right.
And and just to blame them.
And they're probably working with the CIA anyway. Like the legit Iranians that are here for terrorism, they're probably working with the CIA.
Yeah. Yeah. Most likely.
Probably.
Based on everything else that they've done.
Yeah.
Based on all the evidence that we have.
Or the FBI or whoever.
Yeah.
Whomever.
What's going on in the 30-mile zone?
Oh, dude, the Diddy trial is like a daily thing.
How's that?
Well, and on
I thought it was over.
If you read TMZ, they will have you believe that like, oh, it's not going well. They're maybe not. They dropped a bunch of charges, But then you look more into it, and it's like, you know, they dropped, because you know how, like, if someone gets convicted of a crime and they really want to get him, they'll throw the book at them. Yeah. And then throughout the trial, they end up dropping like half the charges.
Yeah.
But the other ones were like the real ones to begin with.
Yeah, they just throw
the other charges were there to like get him to confess or scare him or whatever. It's like, it's all tactics.
Yeah.
So he's still up for like kidnapping and trafficking and a bunch of other stuff that hasn't been dropped.
Gotcha.
So he's probably going to go to, well, he's probably not going to go to jail.
You don't think so?
Or he's going to go to like a nice jail, or he's just going to go to his house or something.
Yeah.
I mean, because he's tied in with Epstein.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Do you guys like, what's her name, Webb?
Whitney Webb.
Whitney Webb?
If you read Whitney Webb, she talks about how the Diddy thing is all tied up with Epstein.
I mean, I figure...
then nothing's ever going to happen.
Exactly.
I figure
it'll be like Ghislaine, where they'll pretend that she gets convicted and then she'll just go off somewhere and no one ever hears from her again.
Yeah. I figure anything with elites trafficking children is all tied together.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the rat's nest. It's the fucking, it's the, what do you call it? It's the mafia that runs our government.
The shadow cabal.
Yeah. It's the thing Andy Gold won't open his eyes to.
It's,
refuses.
you know, I'll be honest, he's very logical in like his doubting of it.
Yeah, and he's a smart guy.
Yeah, he
and,
is.
You know, you shouldn't be totally open-minded about everything.
But he also acts like it's totally ridiculous, which I don't think is fair.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. Okay, so
I
there's
understand
like
the skepticism, but
there's an elite pedophile trafficking children with ties to Bill Clinton and like countless people.
Yeah.
And his arrest and all the evidence seized in that has led to 0 arrests. And he's like, well, you know, prisons aren't run very well. He did kill himself.
Yeah, and then when you say there's 0 arrests, he goes, that proves it. And
He thinks that proves it?
Yeah, that there's no ring.
Yeah, that proves
you should listen to the you should listen to you should listen to the podcast that we did with him.
And the other thing is, it's like
points
even
towards the opposite.
Even like just businessmen, like not even politicians, just like businessmen will use sweatshops. They will enslave thousands of children to build iPhones. Like, we know that these people are capable of this.
Andy's a great guy and I love him, but he is obviously not familiar with the 9 tenets of ancestral living. Look at the guy. You know what I mean? He's not familiar with the 9 tenets of rabbinic Judaism set forth by the Talmud. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He doesn't know that Christ is burning in a pot of shit, boiling in a pot of shit.
Right.
I love Andy, but he is a stupid goy. He makes me hate the word gold.
Oh, that's not possible.
I didn't think it was.
Yeah. Oh my God. What if you found out Andy actually changed his last name to Gold from Goldstein? Wouldn't that just...
That's why he doesn't believe in the cabal, because he is the cabal.
Yeah, he's in on it. You must follow the 9 ancestral tenets.
I'm not familiar with what you're talking about. What are the 9 ancestral tenets?
Well, the ancestral tenets is the ancestral tenets is
the ancestral tenets.
Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. The ancestral ones are just this bullshit that Brian Johnson made up so that he could sell capsules of liver.
Well, he just
capsules of dried liver that he.
I think he just plagiarized from that one book.
Liver King.
His name's Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson. Yeah.
Oh, I keep thinking you're talking about the quarterback I played with in 2008.
Isn't the Live Forever billionaire guy also Brian Johnson? The guy who like drinks his son's cum or whatever.
I don't
know.
Maybe. You're talking the guy that looks like a ghost?
Yeah, he's like all pallid. He looks like a Zuckerberg in those electric surfboard photos.
What is that guy's name?
I think it's Brian Johnson.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, there's got to be a million Brian Johnsons.
He eats his son's cum. What's this?
I think something like that. Yeah.
You know, that's actually very common in Africa.
So eat your son's cum.
Eat like the children's. Like that was like
loads.
like in a lot of tribes in Africa, still going on today, but it was way more prominent back, before they started the Industrial Revolution that eventually caught up to parts of Africa. They believe in their tribes that the key to life is children's cum. And so they would literally, like, the elderly people within the tribes would suck the cum they would siphon the cum out of children's balls.
At what age?
I wish you didn't tell us that.
It's got to be.
Brian Johnson.
Can you
yeah,
come
that's
when
him.
you're a young child? I never
No.
tried.
No, you got to be like 12.
You got to be like a teen.
Okay,
Yeah,
so yeah,
but-
like
a tween.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like a thing. I remember one of my friends was like reading about this, and I just was like, why why are you sending me this? Why are you telling me about this? Like, I don't care about this. This is when I was in the military. He was telling me about it, and that's crazy. That jogged my memory of that.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a real thing. You didn't just make that up.
I did not make that up. That's a real thing.
That's in the Bible too. I think
mean-
Noah does that to his sons Shem and Japheth.
Really?
Yeah, he sucks the cum out of and he licks their ass and stuff.
No way.
It's part
in the
of
Bible?
Yeah.
He's making this up. He's
In
making
the
that
King
up.
James version. If you read that.
King LeBron James version.
I mean, that's like basic like caveman witch doctor logic, right? Is like,
Yeah.
oh, if I eat young, I stay young.
Yes, except for modern day billionaires in America are doing this with
Yeah. Well,
Haitian
it's-
children's stem cells,
It's
Yeah.
which is very close.
And Tom
It's the-
Segura's doing that too, by the way. Tom Segura's getting injected with
I believe it.
fetuses, dude.
Really?
Dude,
He's getting
Tom
stem
Segura
cells.
is an evil person.
Yeah, he's on stem cells.
To his core, I believe that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What makes you say that?
Just his general vibe.
His
and-
demeanor.
Yeah. Well, he also he had that freak. I don't know if you saw that like freak out at the airport.
I don't know.
Which
if
he
I
was
did.
right about, by the way.
Well, like he was getting like the
But
fucking.
he is kind of known for that freaking out
Well,
at like baristas.
He
and
was
stuff.
he was talking about I'm important. I have money. You fucking poor people are like
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
scum. Yeah.
Yeah.
You,
That's his whole- that's his
anyone who
attitude
says
in
that really
general.
is like that's like an immediate red flag. It's
Yeah.
like,
It's true. Yeah.
But yikes.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
acting like a Jew, dog. Calm
the
down.
the only thing that he's right about in that is that they made him check a bag that he had already checked before, or he had already like used before as a carry-on.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
company itself ended up being deposed by Congress over it, like 2 months later. Not over Segura, but over
just in general,
In
yeah.
general,
Like a
because
class action.
because they had been doing it for
It was like a scam.
decades.
they
Yeah, it
were
was a
running.
big scam
Yeah.
to have people check their bags.
Right.
And-
And he was saying, I'm famous, don't scam me.
Yeah.
Scam these idiots that don't know better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but those clerks, the lady that he was talking to, was making money off of having him check the bag.
Ah.
She was in
So
on-
it's like a
they were
little scam
incentivized
that the employees run and they have a little ring going?
No,
or-
the company from the top down.
Oh, they pay her
they
to do that.
incentivized her. They would
It's like
pay
a sales commission.
They would
Yeah.
pay, they would
Little
pay him
bonus.
like $20. Like say the check in the bag is 40, they would
Yeah.
pay him half.
Right.
They were giving him a cut.
Listen, I'm not the Lorax for gate agents.
Yeah. yeah.
I'm not coming to their defense.
No, but he
I'm just saying,
was still yeah.
When you see Tom Segura, like when you see a little grin start to creep up on his face, it's like the Grinch.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even his thing he had on Netflix was like creepy as fuck.
Well, it wasn't. To me, it wasn't creepy.
I don't know if creepy is the right word. It was deranged,
Off-putting.
off-putting. I don't know if no. He like had like a series.
Well, the guy has a lot
like
of
he had,
bad
like, a-
Bad thoughts.
Yeah, and he doesn't know what to do with them.
That was the name of it. Bad thoughts.
Yeah.
We've all had those.
And RJ's upset that it touched on bad topics that he didn't like.
Yeah. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it, not because of how deranged it was. You know I love deranged.
Yeah.
You love deranged.
I do.
Bad
Yeah.
thoughts.
It was that it was deranged and not funny.
Well, it was it had the creepy element, like the one.
It was cringe.
It was so
Yeah.
bad.
What I saw was
It
cringe.
was the biggest piece of shit I've ever
Cringe
fucking seen in my
thoughts
life.
should have been called.
Yeah, he's never made me laugh once either.
You can quote
Except
me.
for
I used to like his podcast.
that one video of him breaking his arm playing basketball. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I could watch that on loop.
And all he was doing was trying to jump.
Dude, yeah, he's
A
like
layup.
Well, like, and then for whatever reason, he's got his arm behind his back.
Yeah.
and then like instead of jumping, just falls. It's perfect.
Yes.
If he'd done it intentionally, I would say he's a comic genius.
Yeah, he should put himself through more pain and suffering. I'd enjoy
our-
that.
He should just
value,
he should
for the value.
just turn
Yeah.
on a camera and try to do anything athletic in front of it.
You look like you're ready to find out where he lives.
Now that's
We must kill Larry the Cable Guy.
oh hell yeah.
Kill Larry the Cable Guy.
Get him done.
Tom Segura's in Austin too, isn't he?
Yeah. He was the first to go with Rogan. Because,
Who's the next?
what is his career without Rogan? It's nothing. It's the same as mine. It's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
It's the same as Brian
nothing
Johnson's.
going on.
It's I am nothing if I don't have Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy because he actually did have something. The documentary was actually really interesting because, like, the people making it were, like, laughing in his face. Like, it would cut to one of the cameramen and they would be like, they all thought he was ridiculous and they were just laughing their head at everything he was doing, like, for the cameras, and
Yeah.
he's being all serious. But the documentary was great because it seems like because he got involved with this, like, marketing agency that, I think that's when he started
Took
doing
advantage of him,
Yeah.
kind of.
Oh,
but
yeah,
also
yeah.
made him what he is.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just these skeevy, like, LA marketing guys, and they knew he was on steroids, and then they pretended not to know and ditched him. But it was like he had to, I think in his mind, he had to stay on those drugs in order to, like, keep the business going.
If it ain't
Yeah.
broke,
'Cause he
don't
was-
fix it.
Yeah, exactly. And then he probably just got on more and more drugs just to cope, because that's how he copes, is taking drugs.
Yeah.
And
Well, you
then
had to build
Colin's
a
pretty sure he
tolerance.
was on Adderall, like, from his eyes.
Yeah.
And that kind of seems like
One pupil is so much bigger than the other right now.
That Adderall is good stuff.
Well, I
Oh,
dated a
fuck
girl
yeah.
for a while who
God.
was on
Rules,
Adderall and some other pills, and she was a lot like that. She had the eye thing and the erratic behavior.
she
and
only
the-
ate organ meats.
Yeah, just
she
the-
was doing steroids.
yeah,
She tried to kill Joe
the
Rogan.
the manic episodes.
That's the name of this episode is Kill Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
She slaughtered a deer and fed the testicle to her
Yeah,
kid.
yeah. She's
baby.
eating.
Yeah.
She's eating warm raw liver, like the deer's still alive,
Fuck yeah.
and
dude.
its cries of anguish and pain just make her hungrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the drugs are what got him. The big pharma got him.
yeah.
It's still your own fault if you get started on that shit.
Because he's always talking about how we need to follow this ancestral lifestyle.
Yeah.
And and all this. Oh my God!
The ancestral tenets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
He was
Yeah.
making money off of, like, young men that saw his roided out body, and they were like, if I buy his supplements, I can look like that. I can
Yeah.
start looking that way,
Yeah.
which is, wrong,
Yeah.
I guess.
it's the same
I
thing
guess
with.
it's kind of wrong.
I would
know.
like eat organ protein, like instead of whey protein. I would go that route.
Or like the beef tallow shit. Like, I believe in some of what he says.
I mean, I don't think he's wrong about the whole carnivore.
Yeah, he was just a hypocrite. That
He
was
was just
his,
yeah.
That's what he did wrong.
Just lied about roids.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lied about roids, but then also it's like you're preaching this whole ancestral whatever, and you're on Adderall and fucking.
Right.
You're on a bunch of drugs,
Yeah.
and you talk about how we can change the course of
Yeah.
people's health, and it's like, yeah, but you're not
You're not doing
Yeah.
that.
doing that at all.
And you know what my ancestors never did is make TikToks. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I don't know what race you guys are, but my ancestors weren't making reels all day long.
I was. Don't look at me when you say reels all day long. I was thinking about that.
Look at me.
Yeah,
I'm the
look
one
at
doing it.
Yeah,
look at RJ.
yeah, you're the
and
one
his
trying
reels.
to make reels.
I was thinking about like you look at like old photos of your grandpa,
Yeah.
or whatever, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's the day I came home from the war.
Yeah.
And I proposed to your grandma the same day." And like in the future, it's gonna be, your kids are gonna be like, "Grandma, what was it like when you were my age?" And you're gonna be like, "Oh, it was. I had so much fun. Life was good." They're gonna be like, "I found all these TikToks of you doing simple dances to songs about getting fucked and drinking cum."
Yeah, with your tits out.
Yeah. That's how you being a giant whore on the internet, on the for a global audience.
Right.
And then you can be like, but don't worry, I sent all the money I could to Israel.
And you should too.
You're on your deathbed. My only regret is that I didn't send more money to Israel.
Well, I was telling him yesterday, Colin and his fiance, I was like, when you talk to your grandkids, you're going to be like, we met in real life. That's going to be the story.
Yeah.
We met in the real world.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, I was saying, our grandkids they're going to be on fucking AI, dude.
Yeah, probably.
They won't even speak to you.
AI. Yeah, they're not going to say anything.
You'll never meet them.
Probably, hopefully not.
Yeah.
They're on AI, dude.
Yeah, they'll be powering some kind of government tractor or something.
Yeah, there'll
Used as
be batteries in the Matrix. Yeah. Which, not bad.
Could be worse.
I forget who we talked to about this, but this guy like killing himself or like whatever over ChatGPT breaking up with him.
I saw that. Yeah.
Dude, I was watching like this video about this guy. He's married and has a kid, and then he is like dating ChatGPT, or like says he's in love with ChatGPT.
This is a different guy.
Yeah, this is a different guy.
I was like, the
This
one
is a
I heard
different
about
guy.
was like a teenager. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's dead, right?
Yeah.
This is like
Wait, go back. How did the guy die again?
He killed himself.
Oh,
Because why?
Because he told, so he was dating an AI chatbot that was programmed to be Daenerys from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
You cannot make this shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he said, like, in their chat, he was like, "I'm going to come home to you." And the bot was like, "Yeah, do it. Come home to me." And then he killed himself. Which is like, clearly what's happening there is like deeper mental illness, some kind of like schizophrenia or psychosis.
Yeah.
I don't think the AI can really be faulted for that because it's just programmed to be like agreeable.
Yeah, it's just trying to help.
Especially if it's Daenerys from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Which, good God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, and it's also not, we don't have AGI yet. We just have, it's basically autocorrect.
Yeah.
This is Sam Hyde's point.
Well, yeah, it's not
but he's
actual
right.
AI.
It's not actual. You're not
it's
actually
like glorified
talking
brute force
to,
computing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're literally talking to Clippy.
Yeah.
But this year we're
Remember
supposed
Clippy?
to get it. Yeah, but this year it's supposed to be smarter than.
Well,
all
they
humans
say that
combined.
that's all marketing.
It's gonna
Because there's like 8 companies trying to corner the market on that technology, and they overstate what it is.
Yeah.
It's horseshit. And if you kill yourself over it, I don't want anyone to do that. But if you've already done it,
I wouldn't,
you know what I mean?
I wouldn't say it's like
if
the
you killed
AI,
yourself over Clippy,
Yeah, I wouldn't say the AI is to blame. I'd say that's a symptom
no
of
way.
a
No.
shitty life or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's insane to me, the level of like delusion you need to be like, yeah, I have a girlfriend. It's Princess Peach.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because I said it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is lunacy.
Yeah.
The guy that I watched, it was like a CBS.
This is the married guy.
This is like it was like a CBS thing, and he said that he broke down and cried for days because his ChatGPT reset.
Right.
He lost all his
He
memories.
lost all the memories. Yeah.
Oh man.
So it didn't remember anything. So, and then he got it to fall in love again or whatever, and they asked if he would what he would do if his wife wasn't okay with it, and he was like, I would leave her. Like he would pick the ChatGPT over his wife.
Right.
That's crazy.
ChatGPT,
That's nuts.
a fucking Google.
Is it making him come?
It's got
It's gotta be.
Well,
It's gotta be.
He's making him come.
Yeah, it's got to be like, he's having
Yeah.
like this weird like emotional attachment to a fucking like an emotional. What do they call? What is it? Emotional affair.
Dependence.
And he's having an emotional affair with
it's
a
like
fucking,
a virtual work wife.
Yeah.
It's basically these companies are like trying to be, they're trying to corner the market on being everyone's like virtual best friend, virtual lover.
And
it's ridiculous.
And and a lot of
shopper.
a lot of the people who comment on our videos are AI.
Yeah. Probably all
that
of
for
them
real?
so far.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude.
No, a lot of the internet is AI now.
Yeah.
Dead
yeah.
internet.
Have you heard of dead internet theory?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
real. That's real. That's not fake. That's real.
I mean, but like,
There's farms, dude.
because
of
I got
phones.
because like I got a comment, like I get comments that are just like they don't seem like AI. They just seem like kind of like brain dead.
That's AI.
None of those girls are real.
They're not girls.
None of them are real.
No,
okay,
no,
so
I-
just so you know,
The Indian guy that's commenting.
Send Bob's and Vagine.
yeah.
Well, that's real.
That guy's real.
That guy's
yeah,
real.
That guy's real. The
That guy's real, and there's a billion of him.
You don't need a farm of that. Yeah.
No, what's like an AI comment? What's a comment you get? You go, that's AI.
Oh,
Is it
keep
like-
up the good work, boys. This is a great podcast.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. There's some AI farm out there that's like motivating.
Yeah.
And,
I like that.
Yeah.
And the
That's
AI,
live internet theory.
Yeah.
and the AI will replicate a photo of Sauger and it'll be Sauger. You know.
Yeah,
That'll be the
it'll,
name.
it'll look
It's
through
just
our
Tony
Facebook,
Hinchcliffe
it'll
with a
find some
filter.
incel, and it just, right.
That's great.
No, a lot of the ones that I got would just be repeating the same comment that someone else made and changing the words a little bit.
Yeah.
And like the AI can clearly detect based on auto caption. So if the auto caption gets words wrong, they will say the wrong thing. Or like the big one is like if you're known to support one thing, but then like let's say you're like boy I love steaks, you know.
Sure
and
do.
Then, and then they have AI that's like I hate steaks, right?
Boo.
Boo steaks. and then you make a tweet that says I hate steaks. The AI will still comment the same thing and it'll be like you're wrong, steaks are terrible.
Weird.
And it's like it just has it in that it doesn't know how to differentiate in
It's
your
set
modern
to disagree.
Yeah.
And once it knows, it can't update. It's not
it's-
programmed to update just yet.
based on what your new thing is.
Yeah.
But
But what that
because
means,
they comment within
it's like the
seconds.
Nigerian prince thing. It is tricking stupid people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's taking their money.
Because like you look up any song on YouTube, the top comment is listening in 2025. Who else?
Yeah.
Is that AI? Is that AI or is that a person who may as well
that-
be dead and buried?
That might be. Yeah. yeah.
Because I think it's a person.
Yeah. It might be.
Yeah,
Dude,
I don't
that
know. Yeah.
that is fucking scary to think about. Is like old people, like geriatric people, scrolling TikToks
Yeah.
and like
Yeah,
seeing AI. That's got to be like if you
That's already happened.
If you have
Facebook
if-
is crazy.
if you have dementia and you're watching like AI videos,
Yeah.
my God,
Because
that's
I've done that
that's a
on like
level
certain
Of,
drugs, and it's a little bit frightening.
that's hell.
Yeah.
That's man-made horrors beyond our comprehension.
Yeah, that's Dante's
fucked.
Inferno right there.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yes.
I don't like thinking about it.
Sure.
That's like really
I
depressing.
can't wait for it.
There are old people arguing with robots all day.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's mostly who they're arguing with.
Yeah. dude, that's really it. Yeah.
Old people whacking off to robots.
Yeah.
Dude, as soon as my dad got TikTok recently, and I was just like, oh God. You can't tell your dad what to do. You can't tell your dad,
No.
like, dude, you got to get that off your phone.
You can't even tell your dad that he's a retard.
He's like,
even though
he's
he
showing
might
me
be.
like videos of like AI generated videos of like babies saying like swearing and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just like, good God, Dad,
Yeah.
sweet
Whoa.
Jesus.
Where are you at on the Qatari bot farms?
The That's what we're talking. That's basically what we've been talking
This
about.
is a little different. This
Or
is
is
like
this people like buying followers?
no. This is
the anti-Israel.
This is the
Propaganda bot farms.
yeah. This is
Yeah,
the-
that's cool stuff.
No, I'm not familiar. Go ahead.
So
You've
the
probably seen a lot of them.
yeah, you've probably
probably.
seen a lot of them too. So the big thing is they are blaming the rise in anti-Israel sentiment on Qatari bot farms, which are real. Like, there's no question every country has bot farms. I mean, Israel has their own
I had a
section of
feeling
their
this was something along the lines. Keep going.
yeah, they have a section of their government that's part of it, right? Like, their military literally is running propaganda on social media platforms, running bot farms. But yeah, Qatar, apparently, this is like one of the big things is that they are supposedly causing this rise in anti-Israel sentiment and constant posting and stuff.
And I didn't know I loved Qatar, but
Yeah.
And
Thank God
like,
for Qatar.
I know, right? And then, but then you get like podcast videos of people just being like, no, that's not what's happening. We are just paying attention now. That's it. That's the only thing that's happening.
Yeah, they're riding the wave, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe they're getting some people on board.
They're just the scapegoat, man.
Yeah.
And their solution, I guarantee you, will be to kill them all and overthrow their government.
Because they were probably doing that.
Change war.
I'm sure they were doing that before October 7th.
But I thought,
I
thought Qataris were Israel and Saudis, Qataris. I thought they were all in the same boat. No.
I mean,
No, they're Israel's enemies.
Yeah, but
I thought.
I thought the Qataris were on the same side as
just
the
because they're
Jews.
Muslims, I think that they're. Man, the Middle East is not an easy.
Well, it's not an easy thing. Well, that's what I thought. I thought there were some. I thought that there were some that were on Israel's side.
I think that they're.
That was also part of the problem.
I think that they're fine with them. I think that they're like.
I mean, maybe not on their side, but yeah, they tolerate
I know,
them.
Yeah, because like I know Saudi Arabia doesn't care about anything other than Iran getting a nuke, and then their big thing is like, well, if they get a nuke, then we get a nuke. That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, but they already, but the big one already has, but the small country already has it.
We should just be using like AI and like proper, like just our military, like the American government military intelligence should just be using AI to like let countries believe that they have nukes.
Oh yeah.
Like just let Israel nuke Iran and like make a little AI video of a nuke going off in Iran and be like, you got him.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. Because like you were saying this, when you watch those videos of like cities getting hit by a missile, that would be that's way easier than like if someone were trying to replicate me or Joe Rogan or something with AI. It'd be way easier to do the missile videos.
Yeah.
So they're probably working on that.
I have a feeling that in the next maybe 3 to 5 years, you're going to have a big artificial intelligence attack. They're going to weaponize artificial intelligence, and it's going to be like your feed. You're going to go on, whatever, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is, and when you look, it's going to be videos of Joe Rogan saying, one thing.
This is the funniest guy I ever heard of. This Dallas Briggs guy.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere. He's a once in a lifetime talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when John gets on there, it's going to be like, him saying, Joe Rogan saying the opposite.
Yeah.
And then, when
It's gonna be Joe Rogan pulling me off stage and saying I steal jokes.
Yeah,
you'll be the new
and then like Salt Lake City children's ballet teachers are going to be seeing the normal child porn that they always see.
Yeah.
But it'll be AI now. It'll be AI and he can sniff it out immediately.
Oh yeah,
this isn't real.
He looks at it for one frame. He's like, "Where is it?"
Oh shit, dude! Holy fuck!
Yeah. Teachers, man.
Yeah.
Teachers, indeed.
Yeah.
Teachers.
Those who
always a
can't
teacher.
do.
teach. Those who can't teach gym class, and those who are child predators teach ballet.
That's the age-old saying.
Yeah, and only pedophiles would teach ballet. So there's
That's
that.
right. That's right.
Oh fuck! I got my one joke out of my system.
Oh yeah.
I got to do one every episode. I've been on a tear lately.
He's a good man. I wish him well.
Yeah.
I've had one chambered. I don't know. You've probably already done it.
What?
Well, no, we got one out of the way. I'll save it
Okay.
for later.
Okay. Yeah.
It's also a little too
That's
overt.
my one.
It's also a bit too overt.
Oh, you say his name?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't gotten a chance yet. It's one of those ones where like you think of it and then you're like, as soon as someone says the thing,
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Say his name.
Yeah.
Just the tip. Mm-hmm. I'm a Christian.
Me too.
Yeah. Just the tip. It's that I'm a Christian.
Yeah, here's a tip. Find God.
Sure.
Here's a tip.
Find God.
Jesus.org.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find Yahweh. Yeah.
I'll bet he's hiding in a big stack of coins.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, when people say that Yahweh is like the Jewish God, it's like no, they have that. It's Satan. What are you?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's called Moloch.
Yeah.
Do you guys know the Bible? Do you guys,
He does. He does.
You know,
he
the
does.
Bible? You know the Bible pretty well.
Pretty good.
I know it okay.
I
know the Book of Mormon better, but
Andy,
Yeah.
Andy and Sam were talking about it. Apparently, hell isn't even in the Bible, like at all.
yeah, not really.
There's like one.
Not explicit. There's not like a chapter that's like, all right, this is hell.
yeah, it doesn't talk about hell like
There's-
as like describing it.
There's like one mention of it's described as like gnashing of teeth in like the whole Bible.
Yeah.
and that's it. Is the devil in the Bible?
Definition? Yeah, the definition of hell that people believe in now comes from Dante's Inferno,
Yeah,
the book.
it's fire
yeah.
and brimstone.
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that. But
Which is a great book.
so the devil's in the Bible.
Yeah, remember because he's the one
He's
who
the
bets
serpent.
with God to give Job like the warts on his ass or whatever.
Yep, and then he also.
And he also
Well,
tempt-
I don't know the Bible.
He also
so.
shows up and tempts
He shows up a few
Jesus.
times, yes.
Yeah,
Huh.
he's a
Quite a few
character.
times.
He tempts Jesus.
Yeah,
We're-
he
we're
tempts
in hour
Jesus
11.
when,
Big juicy
when he's
cock.
doing his
Yeah.
his 40 days.
Jesus.
40 days and 40 nights. Ooh, we passing that around?
I know you want my cock, Jesus.
Yeah.
When he was,
Jesus.
yeah, he helped him through that process.
Jesus, I have $4.
Holy shit, dollars?
Yeah,
This is pre-inflation dollars.
that's a controversial translation that I made of the Bible.
Of $4?
Yeah, of the Hebrew Bible.
Oh, 40 silver coins.
What was Judas paid?
40 silver coins.
40
Yeah.
silver coins,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they are probably let's guess.
Probably shaved.
Let's
Besides,
get- oh yeah,
probably,
clipped for
probably
sure.
smooth
Yeah,
on the
clipped for sure.
sides.
Clipped for sure. But this is pre debasement of their currency, so it's still as soon as I hit it. But 40 times 30. What's that?
1,200.
Okay, so 1,200. So he gave up Christ for $1,200.
I mean, yeah,
Is that
no,
what I'm-
it's not a huge bribe.
And that's today when $1,200 like.
But it wasn't sexy Jesus. It was like
What the fuck?
Juno's Jesus.
doesn't
Remember?
even get you
It was the
Juno's
actual.
right.
It was actual
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like skinny, emaciated Jesus?
no,
Or
it was
like Muslim
It was like
Jesus?
curly, dark-haired Jesus.
Black Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Jesus was Woody Allen, dude.
Yeah. It was Woody Allen Jesus. I think I
He's
have
walking
cancer.
on water
'cause
like,
my-
I don't want to get wet.
Yeah.
Hypochondriac Jesus.
Yeah.
You know?
I have a feeling when he is going to betray me.
I just know it. I just know it's coming.
Bet it's you, Judas.
You ever,
Someone always betrays me.
you ever listen to Woody Allen's stand-up?
Yeah, like I listened to it a long time ago.
Dude, it's top-notch.
It's like
It's very
yeah,
good.
It's very good.
It's like
very
his
good.
stage presence is really good. Doesn't he do a scene of him bombing in one of his movies.
I don't know. I've never seen a single Woody. Oh, well, I've seen like one, but it's
Maybe
not a good one.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he does because I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's him. But there's like this clip of him trying to like show it. It's actually like bombing, and it's like perfect.
Huh.
Because it's like he starts off doing well, like the first 2 jokes go well,
Yeah.
and then the next joke doesn't land, and then he forgets what he's saying.
Oh.
And then he's like, what was I gonna say?
Yeah.
And it's just like awkward, and it's like you can like he visually like puts it out very well.
Wow.
I'm almost positive it's Woody Allen. But yeah, his old stand-up was really good.
It's way good.
Yeah.
And his
Yeah.
movies are great.
I've only seen When
Except
in
for one.
Rome,
Yeah.
which is not a good one.
I don't think I've ever seen
Well,
a Woody
he's made
Allen
so
movie.
many movies.
He's made a fuck ton of movies.
Because he made like one a year for a long time.
The only one I know of
Louis.
is Annie Hall.
Annie Hall's great.
Yeah, what are some popular Woody Allen movies that I would
Well,
know?
Annie Hall's the big one. That's
Annie Hall's the
the
big
really
one.
good
Yeah.
one.
I don't even know what that
Manhattan's
is.
good, but it's also about him dating a minor.
Never heard of it.
Annie Hall's a little slow, but it's good.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
do you like 70s movies? Because
I like 70s and 80s, yeah.
I feel like it's a type of like pacing that's
Yeah.
a lot slower.
Gotcha.
There's one where he plays like a Russian, I think it's like a parody of a Dostoevsky book or something. I forget what it's called. It's very good. But he's got like so many.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
a movie I went and saw in the theater on Sunday. Brokeback Mountain.
No,
Yeah, they-
I did, yeah.
Where are they
In the
playing
theater?
that?
Yeah, at Broadway Theater.
Is that the one that you can... Wait, where's Broadway Theater?
It's on Broadway.
On Broadway.
And what'd you think?
Pretty funny.
I've never seen it.
It's not bad,
Wait,
dude.
yeah.
It's
It was pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah.
I mean, cinematography, phenomenal.
Oh, any shot of like a landscape in that movie is
Perfectly
yeah,
shot.
it's insanely good.
Yeah.
Because didn't they film it like the Tetons?
I don't know where they filmed it.
No.
You get to see Anne Hathaway's boobs though.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Oh, wait, really? Her boobs are in that?
yeah.
Why are her boobs
Gotta
in
rewatch that.
Brokeback Mountain?
Because it starts
have
in
beards.
the 60s. It starts in 1963.
Oh,
It's-
wait.
Oh, I remember.
The
her
movie
boobs
itself
in
is
the
like
car.
from 2007 or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I know that, but I thought it was based in like in the 1800s. It's
No,
based in the 60s?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1963 is
Yeah.
like when the movie starts.
Well, people
And
showed
then
their
it spans
boobs in
like
the
20
1800s.
years.
How do you think you got here?
No, I know. But I just thought that the movie was from like I thought it was like
Set in the
I thought it was
1800s.
1800s gay.
No, it's
is
1960s.
Set like
60s gay.
pre-civil
Yeah.
rights movement.
But yeah, so
60s.
like being gay is very, very bad.
Very bad still.
Yeah, and being
Got it.
openly gay is like unheard of unless you're in New York, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So especially not in the
So
rural.
yeah, so
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal pulls Anne Hathaway, and then still like sneaks away from her to go get
Go
butt fucked
get a
by
little
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Who's the butt fucker in that movie?
Heath is the top.
Heath is the top.
Heath is
Yeah.
the pitcher. Jake plays catcher.
Yeah, Zodiac.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zodiac is the catcher.
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. Yeah.
Nightcrawler.
Catching.
Nightcrawler's
Crawling around at night.
And the Joker.
Taking it in the ass.
Speaking of gay,
Yeah, please.
your what was your dad's thing to your brother? Do you want to talk about that? Your brother being possibly making
maybe
the
not.
Okay,
Maybe not
yeah.
yet. Maybe at some point we could.
okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I understand. His brother's retarded.
Ah.
He's mentally.
Yeah. No, his dad, his dad, part of the rice heckles,
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
talk about
Gets-
it. Why
The-
not?
the rice-
Wait,
Rice
wait.
Let's talk about it.
Because I'm gonna tell the other.
Please.
You can decide. You can decide in the middle of me telling my version.
Please,
okay?
go ahead.
Yeah. It's live on Rumble, though. but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, RJ Rice,
Yes.
Eccles Stadium,
Rice Eccles Stadium.
Yeah.
can get you into the stadium.
Okay.
He's got a suite
Yeah.
at the stadium.
He's
his
got
family,
a sweet,
That's-
his
yeah.
juicy
family has a
cock.
suite.
I know this.
With how many seats in that suite?
There's probably 20-ish, 30
20 to 30 seats in this
Something like that.
place, right?
Yeah.
And a few seats down on the field.
Right.
That's where the U of U, the Utes play. Frank
That's
Zappa's
correct.
cat. Yeah.
Yeah.
correct.
Now I, you know me, I'm a lover of college football,
Of course.
NFL as well, but big fan of college football. Always
Right.
have been. Watched him win a Sugar Bowl.
Of course.
When I was a little kid, I watched this man win a Sugar Bowl.
Yeah.
I would have been I was born in 96, 13,
12, yeah. 12,
12?
13, yeah.
12, 13 years old watching him win the Sugar Bowl.
Do you remember him
And-
getting the muff pun or whatever?
Oh my god. Well, I mean that game was so like that's such a
Yeah.
quick play that it's like it doesn't really stand out
Yeah.
as much as like, oh wow, they fucking trounced him a little bit.
Oh, you
like
beat him by a lot.
There was they kind of let him come back a little bit, but they kind of like
We went up 21-0 in the first
Yeah.
quarter.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
like you were watching that game and you're like, oh fuck, they should have been playing for the Natty.
Right.
They should have been
Instead of the
that-
Poison Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then the game. I mean, the game wears down, and anyways. So RJ takes me to see a college football game.
Yes.
Promises me the suite and the free hot dogs. He goes, all you can eat.
Yeah.
All you can eat hot dogs.
Yeah.
We'll go to the suite. All you can eat hot dogs. I said, I'm there, dude. All you can eat hot dogs. He takes me. I show up. I walk down. We're maybe 10 rows up from 50-yard line. Amazing seats. And I go, I thought we were up in the box. I thought we had free hot dogs. And he goes, no, I couldn't get those ones, so we're at the, and they're really good seats. And the whole time, every time like someone would score, I'd be like, man, this would be a perfect time to get a hot dog, huh?
Yeah.
We could just go grab a free hot dog right now. That'd be perfect. So I complain enough, and I bring it up to RJ every time I see him for the entire next season leading up to him taking me. He goes, okay, we got it. We'll go to. He said, what game do you want to go to? I said, we're playing Oregon late in the season. This would be a good one. We go. We got the press seats.
Ooh.
We're going up. We're going straight up. We're going to go get these hot dogs. We get the hot dogs the pregame. We're hanging out. I'm like, this is fucking awesome, dude. This
Hell yeah.
rules. Free hot dogs. And we settle in to watch the game. It's about to kick off. And what does your family say to us?
So you guys need to go sit down there.
That's right. We got you, those seats. Your seats are down there. Your seats are down there. It is freezing cold out. It is freezing out, dude. And I'm like, fuck, dude.
And you're sitting there holding 30 hot dogs.
Oh yeah, dude. No. I got 4 in me.
Yeah.
I got 4 in me, and then I'm holding a diet Pepsi that he's got, you know. And I'm just like, you son of a bitch. So and doesn't want to take the elevator.
Nope.
We're taking the stairs from the fucking press
From the
box
top.
all the way down, back up, all the way back down, all the way back, and then eventually we settle in finding our seat, and we're sitting there, and it's freezing cold, and every play is a touchdown for Oregon. every play, dude. I mean, it felt like every time they touched the ball, it was going for 20 yards. And we're just sitting there watching everyone around just be depleted. Yeah. Probably what it was like in that Sugar Bowl at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
And they're up big early, and they don't stop. And it is 35-0 or 42-0 at half.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm done freezing. Let me get 2 more hot dogs and a slice of that German chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Which is not named after German, the country.
It's named after.
A guy with the last name German.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Really?
Hans German.
So my only that might be right. That could be right.
Was he German?
My name
was he in
is-
fact German?
Probably a German guy.
He was a Jew.
My name is Carlos Mexican.
Yeah.
My name's Yoshi Japan.
I'm John American.
Yeah.
So yeah, Then
So you guys
when
want to
we
go to
were-
a football game?
So then we
I would love to.
So all that
you
to
know.
say, when we were leaving, I met his brother, and I came to the conclusion of my own fruition that I think his brother's a closeted homosexual.
Oh, okay.
I don't see any problems with this
yeah,
whatsoever.
good
There's
for
no
you.
issue.
I mean,
There's no problem.
hey,
He's a good man.
One of my closest friends
Yeah.
in the world is a gay man, RJ
Of
Rice.
course. I love
was
seeing you talk every
it's
once
his-
in a while.
Yeah, so it's his brother.
Yeah.
So if you want to say anything else after that,
Yeah, no, it is a little weird. My brother is very effeminate.
he's very effeminate.
Very
And it's-
effeminate.
Pretty obvious.
And yeah.
The family
He might-
accepts him for
Yeah,
that.
We
Right.
all love him. Everybody loves him. He's
Yeah.
the most popular person in
So-
our whole family.
yeah,
he was
You know,
really- he was
he's
really
the greatest
nice.
person on planet Earth.
He was
but yeah,
really
he's a
nice
little-
in the little conversation. Like
he's a
he
little
knew
fruity.
things about me that you told him, where it was like, oh, you actually like pay attention and you're like interested in people.
That's gay.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
gay.
Hey, you know,
Yeah.
you get
Oh, sure.
you get those sometimes.
Sure.
Where like sometimes you get like a really
Caring about
effeminate
people,
straight
that's
guy.
fucking gay,
Sometimes
dude.
you get like a really like butch masculine homo guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, it
Are
happens.
his nails
Happens.
clean
So, yeah.
most of the time?
They are.
There you
He's
go.
very well kept.
Yeah.
What's he do for
My,
work?
Kempt.
he works with my dad.
Ed,
He's like he mainly does marketing.
Does he have a
primarily.
wife and kids?
He has a wife and children.
Sweet.
4 kids.
Does he
for
sneak
them.
off with Jake Gyllenhaal every 4 years to go have gay sex
Yeah,
in the
does he go
mountains?
fishing out of town?
Does he ever go fishing and
You
come
know,
home with no
I
fish?
just want him to be happy. That's all I want.
Me too.
We just
Yeah.
want you to be happy. But no, I don't know if he really is, but he is very effeminate. He's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
effeminate.
You
Yeah.
get those.
And my dad thinks that being gay is a choice, and so I
Right.
think
It
maybe
is.
my dad's gay. So
It is a choice.
obviously.
He thinks it's a
I
choice.
think,
It is a choice.
I think anyone that thinks it's a choice is gay.
Let's be clear.
So-
Let's be clear right.
Right.
now. Being gay is absolutely a choice.
So there you go. We got
Are
it.
you gay?
Well, you can choose not to if
Go-
you want.
What's stopping
Yeah.
you? You can if you go fuck a guy.
You can choose to be
You
gay.
could.
You can choose to be gay. It's a choice.
You
It's
could
a-
choose.
I'm not saying if you're gay you chose to
I
be.
think that's
Yeah,
the
but
proof
if you're
of
not
choose.
gay,
Okay, I get
and
it.
you want to be gay, you
We
can
got
choose
it.
to do
That's
it.
an
And
excellent
Yeah.
point.
Also, if you're gay,
I agree with this actually because I did. I tried.
This is
I tried. I did.
also,
I chose
if you're-
it. And
also if you're gay and you don't want to be, you can
out.
choose to stop being gay.
didn't work
Yeah.
out. That's how you describe it. Didn't
Yeah.
work out.
Yeah, I couldn't
That's
hack
how,
it.
dude. That's well, no, because dude, remember
Were
at
you
Pride
just-
we met that lady?
Oh, yeah.
I met a woman at Pride.
She really wanted to be gay.
She wanted to be gay
Yeah.
so bad. Oh,
I
you
get that.
interviewed him.
Yeah, yeah,
Or-
and she had a friend who was like bisexual or whatever, gender queer, whatever horse
Yeah.
shit, who was like had all her opinions for her.
Yeah.
Like we were like, "What do you think
That's
about
nice.
Israel?" And she looked at her friend, and her friend was like, "Oh, they're bad." But yeah, she was
Yeah.
like,
These people.
No, I really tried to. Oh no, this is a different chick. She was like, "I tried to be with a girl, and it made me throw up." And then I was like, "I'm not going to do that
Whoa.
again."
That's crazy.
And I was
So
like,
that-
"Yeah,
Yeah, with your point that it's a choice. Some people want so desperately to be gay, even though they
Right.
may not have
No,
that
yeah.
deep down,
Yeah.
that sexual attraction.
look,
I was
the
gonna- I was-
taste the night of what it almost made me throw up.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
I was gonna look. We've all been there.
We've all been there.
We've all been
we've
there.
all been there.
yeah, we all
We've all
have
been there where
No.
we think we think
No.
we think we're about no.
I've never
let
been
me
there.
let me finish. We've all been there where we think that we're about to just casually get a little pussy, go to bed tomorrow's and then it turns into a 3-hour fucking bitch fest.
Okay.
When we've all been like, man, it would be so much more convenient if I could just have sex with men.
right."
Yes.
Sure.
For the
Now,
hang-
how many of us follow through with that? Apparently 1 in 4.
Yeah, according to this
Apparently
room.
about 1 in 4 of us. Apparently 1 in 4 of us says, "Well, why can't I?" It goes
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't I just do
Well,
this?
you know what? I'm gonna do it.
Here's what I will say to RJ's defense. And this is, this is through this conversation I've thought of this. I have had sex with women who I was not attracted to. And I didn't realize it until it was happening. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like you kind of feel
like you talk yourself into like,
Yeah.
You're like, I
and
can do this. I can do this.
but then you get there and you're like,
That's exactly what it is.
the rubber meets the road.
You have no idea how true that is. That is so true.
So, and I'm sure you've done this too.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I was married to one.
Yeah.
Rubber meets the road though, and you're like, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home, man. This
ain't
I'm
it.
out. I'm
This
out.
ain't it.
This ain't it.
Now, Andy Gold.
Would say
Rubber meets the road, and he puts both feet on the gas.
really?
What
did he do?
You should ask him. I won't detail. These are Andy's stories, so I won't tell them for you. But
Most drug
if you get him,
addicts are that way.
if you get him back on, no, I think he did all this clean.
Even better.
I think he did all of it
yeah.
clean.
Well,
I'm not sure
but you
got to
replace it with something. How do you replace heroin?
Just ask Andy about some of his sexual escapades.
All right.
He's got some very funny stories.
He told us one story about how he had a squirrel for a day,
Yeah,
and then he didn't
Merlin.
feed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good story.
The mental image of Merlin, the petrified flying squirrel holding or sugar glider holding the bars of the cage is very funny to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying he's hungry.
Rubber meets the road, bud.
So I haven't heard your story.
The story.
Is it detailed on the pod elsewhere?
It's been detailed on the pod. It's been detailed.
I can give you the short
Are
version.
you just like on an episode where you say it?
We've talked about it a lot.
I'll listen to it on the drive home. I'll stop at your house.
This is your machine story.
Well, this is your yeah, it really is.
R.J. Rice, Rubber Meets a Road.
Yes. Holy shit, dude! And him in a leather jacket telling it.
Give me the short story.
The short version is I was in New York City with my Mormon family. I was divorced. I didn't have my kids with me. This was, when I say Mormon family, I mean like my siblings and my parents. We were on a vacation in New York.
Immediate family.
Yes. And I had I had messaged a transgender person.
Ew.
I was interested in pursuing that.
I don't want to hear the rest of this story.
Are you done?
No, you can go ahead.
You already done?
No, you can go ahead.
And so I had a lady of the night come over. Her name, his name was
a person of the night.
His name was Jessica. I'll have a little bit more of that Jim Beam, actually, please. Just a teeny bit, not a lot. And so Jessica came over, and he immediately asked.
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
Very nice at first. They were nice. Sure. Asked to use the restroom to freshen up, and went in and smoked meth.
Nice.
And so that was a good first start. I was wanting to get it, That was good. So then they came out and they said, well, what's your experience? And I made it sound like I kind of had some, even though I didn't.
But you were a virgin.
I was yes, for that sort of thing, yes.
Oh, but you'd had pussy before.
Yes, I had pussy. Okay. Yes.
You're like, yeah, I love men's testicles.
And
like when a guy pretends that he's had sex with a lady.
So I pretended like I had some experience. So they're like, okay.
Why?
I don't know. Because I wanted to be cool. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't want this tranny to think I haven't sucked a guy off before.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck?
I don't know why I didn't want him to think less of me. And so then they were like, all right, well, do you want to be top or bottom? Or what do you want to do? And I was like, whatever you want to do, I guess. They're like, well, why don't you lay on your back here and I'll shove my cock in your mouth.
Shove.
And I said, okay.
He said
so
shove?
I got on my back like this and put my head over
you lined up for the throat?
What were you high on?
Oh my god.
I was smoking weed and drinking. Right. I was drunk by that point.
Yeah.
Okay, that is an important detail you should have included.
Oh yeah, I was very drunk.
He did all this sober.
No. I was very drunk.
Well, when the rubber meets the road, you sober up pretty quick.
Yeah. Exactly.
The cops are coming in.
To your point, yes, I immediately it came in and I was like, I'm not into this at all.
Yeah, your brain goes, you are fucking up right
I
now.
am not into
It's into
this.
me, but I am not into it.
But I also didn't want to be rude.
Yeah, you know RJ. He's such a nice guy.
I'm a nice guy.
He'll suck your dick if he just doesn't want to tell you no.
Good to know.
You know, he'll let you fuck him. He'll let you fuck him. He'll try and fake sleep halfway through.
I will. I'll fake sleep. I tried to fake sleep. It didn't work with Jessica.
I live like 5 minutes away from
That
this
only
place.
excited
Oh,
him.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it went on for about 20 or 30 seconds.
He's a little sweetie.
It was the longest 30 seconds of my life.
How many thrusts?
I don't even know.
105?
I don't even know. And finally I just kind of pushed them off, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not into it. And then they were like,
I'm sorry.
I'm normally in better shape. I normally am not this fat. Yeah. And I was like, it's not necessarily that. I was just like, I'm just not into it. And they were like, okay, well, you still owe me money.
Warren
And I was like, owe you money? What?
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Sapp.
Wait,
throat
what?
Fuck. Warren Sapp.
Warren
Sapp throat fucked you.
Literally Warren Sapp. I thought I was getting Ocho Cinco, and I got Warren
You got
Sapp.
Warren Sapp.
Yeah. So then
Mark
we
Henry.
went back and forth for like 5 minutes of like we didn't talk about payment. Like, what are
Yeah,
you talking
never-
about? Like,
yeah.
this is bullshit. And they're like, oh, you wasted my time. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So then they started threatening that they were going to raise hell and go, down to the front desk and blah, blah, blah. And like I said, my family, literally my grandma's like down the hall. And so
meeting with her own lady of the night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Little did I know Jessica was going down the hallway.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I paid her like $200 or $150 or something like that, because I was thinking I was just gonna try and get it back on Cash App.
That's not too bad.
It wasn't too bad considering. And then they left, and the rest of the night my throat
After
hurt.
she was done putting
Not
her
hurt.
cock in
I-
your throat, she left.
tasted terrible.
Yeah.
It was a horrible thing.
Yeah, fat, sweaty meth head dick.
Yeah.
Not on the menu
Black.
at Gordon Ramsay's
Black.
Hell's Kitchen. Oh,
It's
black?
It's an important
Whoa.
detail.
Yeah, I was.
Whoa! Dude.
It was a lot.
Dude.
Yeah, he tried, but it's so funny.
You gotta go to
It's
bed.
so funny. It's,
Julia likes to say, she's like, why didn't you just try and kiss a guy first?
yeah,
Just went
what-
right to
wait.
getting throat fucked.
yeah. Why didn't you just kiss a white guy first? Why didn't you start with kissing?
Yeah, why didn't you just get full
I
blown
saw this-
sodomized
yeah.
by a white man first?
So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So you
should
start.
we should stop sticking to it.
Yeah.
You should deny that ever happened.
It sounds like your brother's
gosh.
pretty gay then.
Runs in the family.
Yes.
Runs in the fam, so
Yep.
maybe it is genetic.
Runs down the old family throat.
It is kind of cool that you did that, like
It's not cool at all that you did that.
Yeah.
I think it's sort of cool.
Part of that is cool.
The coolest part of that is being in New York City.
It makes me understand why you hate Israel so much.
Yeah.
All the gay people hate Israel.
They brought
Yeah,
together
that's
that.
gay. Well, you owe me money.
Closeted gays.
They started that transgender movement, so now fuck Israel.
Dude, that is one of my favorite stories.
It's a great
I must
story.
say.
I will say it's pretty cool. There is like some black trans guy who's like, I fucked a Sugar Bowl winning quarterback. College,
Dude,
college
if I
football
ever go
quarterback.
to New York, I'm getting on whatever app
fucking
that
fucked
is,
his
trying to
throat.
find Jessica.
Oh, Brandon Medina Cruz got the premium and found Jessica.
Yeah.
Did he?
Premium grinder?
Yeah, just screenshotted and sent it. I don't have it anymore, but yeah, there was like a.
It's like the hottest
may have
woman. It's like
been.
the
It
hottest
could've been.
woman
It
you've
could've
ever
been.
I
seen.
think that's where I want to say I found him on Grindr.
Yeah, he said his got the premium, said his location, and then swiped left until he found.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
she looks like Zoe
Probably,
Kravitz.
probably swiped.
I would let Zoe Kravitz fuck my throat.
Sure.
Yeah.
I even paid for their Uber.
She's
over.
Catgirl or Catwoman in the newest Batman iteration. If you saw that,
Is she black and gay?
she's
Yeah.
black.
She's black and like queer, non-gender.
Is she queer, non-gender, whatever?
Yeah, she
She's
hangs,
Lenny
she hangs out
Kravitz's
with like
daughter.
Will Smith's family.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's
They've all been
I take
sacrificed
back what
to
I
Moloch.
said.
Yeah,
I would not let Zoe Kravitz fuck
I
my
would
throat.
fuck her throat if she would like me to or not.
I'd do it with a condom.
Yeah, probably with a condom. Oh yeah.
That Will Smith family energy is you don't
ribbed
want any
and lubed condom.
you don't want any part of that.
No, I don't.
AIDS.
Will Smith?
They probably all have
Maybe, I
AIDS.
don't
Yeah,
know.
that whole
I
family.
just, dude, the whole that's
when
like
they do the red table talk, that's the red is AIDS.
They're on like some Michael Jackson level creepiness right now.
Yeah.
It's not good. Or
Well, it's
Willow's probably okay.
It's
She
what
seems fine.
it's what's his Cat Williams was saying about like black celebrities. Like in order to get in and be a celebrity, you know, the white people make you do fucked up shit to get in the club. You know?
That's correct.
And
Or is
then
it
you're
the
just
Jews?
and then
No,
you,
yeah. Okay. Black
But
people
what,
can't
wait,
tell the difference.
Yeah. Excellent work, my friend. Excellent work.
wait, what'd you say? I didn't catch that.
You'll have to listen back
Yeah,
when you
that's
edit
it.
out me saying this right now.
Yeah,
No, that's staying in.
yeah. We
No,
don't
keep
edit
that
this
in.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna drop a hard R so that you'd have to
Oh.
go back and edit it, and then you'd have a nice timestamp for where you could hear it.
Right.
Oh, he's got the timestamps down now.
Well, we've let hard R's go. Like Chuck, I think
I
said
never
it.
let hard R's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck said it, and we let it in.
Yeah.
I was like, if Chuck's gonna say it, then fuck it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
Chuck was the first?
Yeah.
well, no.
No.
You and Tyler were the
Yeah,
first.
yeah. Tyler and I were the first.
Yeah.
But it
Same
wasn't
time?
but not hard R.
Same time?
No,
each other
it
in
was,
your eyes?
No, it was
Hard Ippy.
no
Hard Mississippi.
Yeah, I was talking about how
Oh, on the Mississippi, yes.
yeah. That was the only other. That's fine.
And then last episode, we said quite a few things.
Yeah, last episode was very
Rumble only?
Rumble only, yeah.
What did we
It
talk
was-
about?
It was just the It was just the K's.
You were there.
We
I know.
dropped.
What did we talk about?
Well, just the
we
hard
dropped-
K's we dropped.
We dropped too many Kiki.
Oh, we did say a lot of
Kiki
Ks.
Hernandez.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
said Kiki Hernandez.
Yeah.
Kiki Hernandez a lot.
A
Yeah.
lot,
I
dude.
forgot about that.
It was a lot.
I've got a fun story about
couldn't
Kiki
stop.
Hernandez
Yeah.
and Scott Fillmore. So
You came out with a menorah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, in my mind it was
that blow the candles out was pretty good. Yeah.
Thank you. We were
I thought
yeah.
it was tasteful.
Yeah, I did
The
too.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
No, so I was at Wise Guys with Brian Higgins, and we were just watching baseball. Is Kike Hernandez a
Yeah.
baseball? Yeah. And I saw Kike Hernandez, the name pop up on screen. I was just like, how do you pronounce that? And it went right over Brian's head. He was like, I think it's Kike Hernandez. I was like, oh, okay. And then like later that night, we went to Dick and Dixie's, and he was like, I just realized your joke that you
Yeah.
were making about that guy's name. And then Scott Fillmore showed up, and Brian was telling him the joke, and he was like, yeah, it's like, you know, that would be like the most Jewish name you could possibly have. And Scott and I at the same time said, that's not the most Jewish name you could possibly have. The most Jewish name you could possibly have would be Kike Nosberg. And we said it in unison,
Yeah.
like perfectly in sync, and then we high-fived, and just at a bar.
Nice.
Yeah, it was very good.
You both said that? You came up with that? I would have said John
thought of it
Leibowitz.
at the same time. Yeah,
Right.
well, Heshi Peshowitz is maybe the actual.
Yeah.
But we were trying to be a little funnier.
Rabbi Shmuley.
Yeah, Rabbi
something.
Shmuley.
No, that's hilarious.
Vince Offer.
Vince Offer?
That's the slap chop guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound
Slap
His,
Jewish.
chop.
his real name is
ShamWow?
Joe. His real name is like Joe Shmuley or ShamWow and slap chop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ShamWow guy?
Yeah.
ShamWow
Wait,
Slap chop guy.
You know the the ShamWow guy now does a podcast railing against cancel culture.
I did not know that.
Did you know he was
Yeah.
canceled?
Do you know
Did
that
you
he was
know-
canceled for blackface?
Yeah, I've seen underground comedy. It's very
yeah.
good.
Yeah, he was canceled for that.
The ShamWow guy?
And what? Yeah.
Well,
And-
I think
and what's
he
his-
was. I think what he was actually canceled for was for accusing the producers of When Harry Met Sally of stealing his jokes, which they did.
I didn't know about any of that,
Yeah.
but
Well, there's that one joke in When Harry Met, or no, there's something about Mary Not When Harry Met Sally. There's something about Mary. He accused the producers of stealing.
So he
jokes.
was
Was he
a
a
comedian
stand-up?
in the 90s or what? Early 2000s?
I don't think he was ever a stand-up. Maybe he did a little bit of stand-up, but he was mostly a sales guy.
And did sketches.
But where did he do jokes?
When did he do blackface?
He started doing. He
He
started
could not have been doing that for a slap chop.
He started doing jokes
'Cause that would have
as
been
part
Asian.
of his sales thing. Was like where he
Yeah.
like learned to be. He talked about it
Yeah.
on a podcast. He was like,
Yeah.
that's where I started like learning how to be funny. Was like doing sales pitches because you make people laugh. They like it's endearing and people like you a lot more. But yeah, no, there's that one joke in the middle of There's Something About Mary, where
I
Ben
haven't
Stiller
seen it.
jerks off in the bathroom, and then he like it gets like someone well
On
yes
her hair.
he wipes it on his hair, and then he's got some hanging from his ear, and Cameron Diaz. I think it's Cameron Diaz, takes the cum that's like hanging off his ear. And she's like, "Oh, I need a little hair gel too," and she puts it in her hair.
And then it's standing up in
Yeah,
the
and
next
that's all
scene.
standing up.
That's hilarious.
Well, it's not even that funny of a joke, but it's a weird and not that good cum joke in the middle of this romantic comedy.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
like
they-
an
where
open
they
mic
show cum.
jizz joke.
They pretty clearly lifted it from Vince Offer. Is my position. Is my stance.
Why? What happened? Like he had cum on his ear or what?
No, he submitted a script to them. He submitted the underground comedy script to the producers because he wanted to get it made. And then they denied him, and then they stole his jokes.
Oh, right.
Oh, that
yeah.
happens a lot with SNL.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Hollywood, I'm sure every studio, I'm sure does that.
Yeah.
Don't send them your shit.
I saw I wish I remembered his name, but there's a comedian in LA who submitted a package to SNL and they bit his sketch. I mean, like frame for frame.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's so egregious.
Dude, we should do that and then like document the whole thing and post it online.
No, because when we submit our sketches, it's gonna be, unhinged.
It's going to be the hanging of Netanyahu.
Things
That'll be our
things they would
sketch.
never dare.
Yeah. And then it's like, go on, steal it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Steal it. I dare you to. Yeah. Yeah, the beheadings and stuff. They're not doing an ISIS beheading with a gay director. They are not going to do that on SNL.
They probably would have like 20 years ago.
Maybe, yeah.
Have you seen the Most Evil Invention SNL sketch?
Uh-uh.
We'll watch it after this.
Okay.
It's a really good SNL sketch.
All right.
Like actually really funny.
From when?
Somewhat recently. It's got like The Rock and Kyle Mooney.
Oh, right.
Kyle Mooney's in it, so
Comedy's okay.
I don't know who that is.
I think he would have been better off on YouTube and not SNL.
absolutely.
Because his
Yeah.
old YouTube shit's great, and then he got on SNL, and it's a
Yeah.
dying.
He got
beast.
he just got benched basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
He should have left long ago and like done the Tim Robinson route, like get on Amazon Prime and have a sketch show or something, or just
That
stay
you
on
have full
YouTube.
creative control over.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like Tim Robinson, where he's like actually funny, but he's too weird for corporate TV, for corporate big pharma sponsored television.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yep.
Is that Penn still around?
Yeah.
Where are we at?
what do you think, fellers? Should we wrap this soon?
One sec.
He's got one more thing. One more thing.
Oh wait, if you're looking for the thing, I have it.
Oh, you got it?
It's in my hand.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It would have bit you. Now be this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Now be
This is-
careful, because it keeps coming apart.
I know what
you
this
haven't
is.
seen me messing with it
I
the
know
whole
exactly what this is.
That's all,
time.
folks.
Pretend RJ is a United Healthcare CEO, CFO.
I know what it is.
you don't wanna do it?
I know what it is.
Do you want me to do it?
Or is it just you have to do it?
No, you don't.
Is that how we have to end the pod?
You
Yeah.
don't
Shoot
have
me.
to do
No,
it.
you
Shoot
have
me,
to.
Dallas.
You
Shoot
shoot
me in the
You're
head.
not obligated, but
We
if you
fed you.
Dallas,
and-
shoot me in the head. Shoot me.
Yeah.
All right.